Good afternoon, good evening, good night, whatever it is for you. I hope it's a good one. Um, Ryan here with Everything's Broken Garage here in the um, Everything is Broken Garage. Everything behind me is in fact broken, including the Volkswagen bus. Um, anyway, this is just going to be a short video. This past semester, my grade 9 tech class that I teach with a fellow teacher by the name of Mr. Brian Butt. Um, we did the Cheap PC Challenge, so Tech Ambrosia's Cheap PC Challenge. The rules were pretty simple. You had to build a fully functioning computer with a very minimum budget of $100 US, which we took to mean $150 thereabouts Canadian. So we went ahead and not only did we build one, but we built two, an AMD and an Intel variant. And so, yeah, this is going to be showing off a few of the things that we did with them, as well as showing you one of the crazy things we ended up doing with the Intel variant, which is currently live and on the internet. So you guys can actually connect in and check it out yourselves. So, without further ado, let's jump on over to our desktop here, and I'm just going to briefly touch on some of the things like our scores. So there were three challenges. There was an Octane challenge, a PassMark challenge, and a Lonely Planet demo challenge. So basically, we're simply just running the demo, running PassMark, and running the Octane challenge. We took screenshots of our results. Here we received a 52,310 in our Octane. We received a 4799.8 in our PassMark rating. And in Lonely Planet, we were doing average of 276.19 frames, with the average being actually 460, which is weird. Our snow average being 453, and our cave average being 182. So I think our overall average was the 276.19. So you might be wondering, what is this computer? Well, this machine was purchased sort of piecemeal throughout the year. And I'm just going to bring up the system settings here. So it's an Intel Core i5 7500, seventh generation Intel, clocked at 3.4 gigahertz. I believe it'll turbo slightly higher than that. Went with just 8 gigs of standard RAM. We had thought about doing 16 gigs, but decided against it after. And we're running Windows 10. I know the options were there to run Windows 7 or to run Windows 11, but we felt it most comfortable to probably run Windows 10. So we did. All right, so that's a little bit about the machine. Of course, the graphics adapter in the machine is also sort of paramount. So just grab the device manager here. The graphics adapter is an Nvidia GeForce GTX 1050 Ti. So I'll do a quick little breakdown of how much we paid. So the motherboard, the RAM, and the power supply, which is not actually, the power supply is not included in the amount, but it came together. I paid $23 Canadian for the Intel build. The CPU I paid, I think it was $25 for, but I'll have to go double check my notes. The SSD was a freebie, and I paid $40 for the um, NVIDIA. No, I'm sorry, I paid $20 for the uh, Nvidia GeForce GTX 1050 Ti. They were purchased through a friend, so I'm sure I got some sort of sweetheart deal. But so far, the machine seems to be running really well. No major issues. I've used it to play a few other games like Team Fortress 2, a bit of Portal, some Counter Strike. It all did those perfectly fine. Now, as for the sort of like crazy thing that we did with our um, build, seeing we're somewhat of a retro community, I thought one of the things I remember sort of briefly in my early years of using computers was a different was sort of like the precursor to the internet. You want to call it that? I don't even know if it would be considered like an internet, but they were BBSs, bulletin board services. So things you would dial into, you could post messages, download software, share illicit games, pirated copies of games, uh, cheats and cracks and hacks and all that kind of stuff for the early DOS era and sort of that era games. So that's what we decided to do. We decided to actually install Mystic BBS is currently running on this machine, and I can actually double click on Mystic login here. It's going to bring me into our old World Tech BBS, as we're calling it, or old WTF BBS, and I can log in. And no, and so there we go. We're logged into the BBS. So if you guys want to access this BBS, I'll put a link at the bottom of the or the end of the video. But it's pretty straightforward. The URL, I believe, if memory serves, off the top, found it. It's actually owtfbbs.myeffect.net, and it's running, of course, on port 6502. So feel free to jump on. I don't know how long we're going to keep it up and running, but we'll probably keep it up and running for at least a month. And then if it's something people really like and we can tweak on it a little bit more, maybe make it into a permanent thing, I'll move it to a more appropriate platform for it to run in perpetuity on. Anyway, so this was our entry into the challenge this year. I think we did pretty well. Like I said, I think in told, I think we paid $58.20 Canadian for our build, all in total per machine. So we ended up, we had two machines, but the Intel one is the one we're going to run with because it was obviously a better machine. And the kids had a lot of fun putting it together. We're quite happy with this. I actually have a slideshow here of the kids putting together their computer. Oh, there you go. So here we go. We have it in one of Amber's test benches. That was the AMD build. Here are the two video cards that I picked up. Like I said, I paid $20 a piece for them. I think they were, so it was a total of $40, which I thought was a good deal. Here's the the AMD machine running. A very similar build, probably about 30% less powerful than the Intel. This is the Intel machine running on the MSI motherboard of the kids' setup. Yeah, so there we go. There's Lost Planet. We had Lost Planet running on this machine. I think I let it run overnight actually to get the final score. And then we had our PassMark set up. So this is the this is the AMD unit. You can see that, like I said, the AMD didn't do as good, so we made sure that we chose the Intel machine as our entry for this year. There's the Intel machine set up there. This is our class. This is our class after we completed the tests, enjoying their victory. So, like I said, I'm Ryan with Everything's Broken Garage. This is our Cheap PC Challenge entry for 2023. I'd like to thank Tech Ambrosia for all her support and help trying to figure out the rules. I haven't done up our point score yet, but I'll do that up and add it to the body of the video somewhere. And yeah, if you guys like what you saw here, feel free to subscribe.